Welcome to the Craze in 10 or less. This is the show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under, and if I don't, I should have. I guess I forgot. Anyway, are you ready for the digital age? Really? Are you? That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. So, the digital era is upon us, but I find that there's a lot of people out there that are still struggling with the basic fundamentals of technology. And this pandemic, what it has done, it has forced people to address that missing component, which is just basic understanding of technology. So, let's talk comic books. Are you ready for the digital age in the event that social distancing becomes the norm? So, I just read an article, and the reason why I brought this up is because I saw this on Comic Watch, Fandom News and Pro Reviews. And they announced that Valiant Comics has launched, move out the way please, has launched, I'm getting a lot of texts, a brand new series of motion comics with Faith, episode 0, part 1. I watched it. Really good production. But how was it costly? Is that the direction we're going? So motion comics, basically what it is still images that are animated in a way that's not like cartoons, because you're not going to have lips moving or anything like that, but they move the figures around in the panel scenes, or they'll have a head movement when characters are talking. And the production was done really well. They have actually voiceover actors in it. But is it sustainable? Is it financially beneficial? Right? I think the first one was an 8-minute promo. That was part 1. How long does it take to produce that? I'm sure that they have the capability, the means, the budget, and the manpower to be able to accomplish that goal. Let's talk about us, the little guys. You and me. You and I must make a pact. So that's one form of addressing a potential lost opportunity where you're out in the market promoting your stuff to real people, right? So 2020, there were no Comic Cons. There were no events, no big events. A lot of little venues tried to do something. Some of them made an attempt and failed because there's still this fear factor about being out around other people. So how do you address those things? And do you have the tools, and are you equipped with it? And what does it require of you with regards to educating yourself to be able to do it? Is it realistic financially for you to be able to acquire the tools you need to be able to achieve that goal of producing content in this digital era where you're banking on that hard work behind the scenes to be able to push forward and manipulate social media platforms to get to the mass market? I know I said that's a mouthful, right? But that's the reality of it. Are you prepared for that? Do you have the means to do it? What needs to happen? So just the basics. So we talk about digital era, you're a content creator. So I can tell you right now, the reason why I switched to the larger Wacom Cintiq tablet, which is humongous, like a television set, it's because I got tired, because I think there's like an expiration date on scanners, because I had a Mustech flatbed 11x17 tabloid size scanner. This was the second one, and it just clonked out. So I got tired of purchasing new ones. So what I did was I I invested in a larger Cintiq to draw there. I still draw traditionally, but now when I'm producing content, my comic books, I would draw digitally, right? Because it's easy to just go. So there's a lot of affordable graphic tablets out there that are under $100, and you can also buy them used. You can also get a Wacom tablet used, or any other brands for under $100 or a couple hundred. All depends on what your budget is. But that's one form, right? But then if you want to communicate in the digital age, you need a webcam. So most people will use their phones, right? So here, this is your webcam. You don't have to invest in an actual webcam or a DSLR camera. You don't have to invest in those big, heavy products. You can use this. And I know a lot of guys who are blogging or vlogging or doing podcasting, and they use their phones. You can use your phones to take pictures of your traditional art. Just make sure your lighting is good. Take a photo of your art, transfer it onto your computer, and you can color it off the computer. You need your computers because you need to be able to transfer physical content into the digital space. Do you need a website? There's a lot of places you can go for free and not pay for a website. You can have a blog, or you could just use your Facebook as your blog, and it's free. You can use your Instagram to promote your stuff, and it's free. So you don't traditionally need a website right now. But if you're looking to broaden your scope, or you're looking to get work, most recruiters are looking for a website to be able to go to. They don't want to just rummage through social media. They want to go to one landing page, boom, it has all your stuff. But that's down the road if you can't afford it. So you got to think about all those things in order to be able to compete in this digital age. What are you going to do differently now? And that's something that's always in the back of my mind. If 2021 is a repeat of 2020, and I've talked about it in our previous shows, if it's a repeat of 2020, how do I still promote the product? So and this is where you have to capitalize on the digital space. And I think if you're going to succeed in this arena, you need to be a part of a lot of different communities and start networking and to get your stuff out there, to do the things that make you uncomfortable. And I can tell you right now, I'm a bullet point guy. Like, I talk in bullet points when I'm, so in communities, they'll ask me, if I get questions asked of me, usually my answers are short and brief. They're not long-winded, which is why it's difficult for me to write blogs, because I like to stick it, move, and keep it going. So I think that's the question, and then George brought it up as we're preparing for an episode of and Get Your Meds. And, the question came up, are you ready for digital space and the digital age? And I saw this article and I was like, oh, look at this. They're capitalizing on, they said, well, you know what? In the event that physical stores get shut down, we still need to promote our digital books and our physical books that are available in stores or print on demand or whatever it is. But let's give people a teaser of what those books are, what's in the books. And I think that's a smart way of going about it. And I really like that idea. I was considering motion comics for Catch the Crazies, but it required a lot of time and an additional expense that I'm in no position right now to spend. So that was the topic of the day. Are you prepared for the digital space? If so, I'd love to hear from you. You know what? Hit the comments below. I'll respond to you. I'm quick with the responses. If you like this episode and this subject, give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. But I have some breaking news. So, see these? I'm going to say it again. The books have arrived. So for all of you backers from our Kickstarter, our first ever Kickstarter that was successful because of you, The books are here. Here is the Daphne Lage cover, and this is the Sam the Crazy Man Vera cover. And these will go into the post office's hands next Friday. We're just waiting on the shirts that will arrive on Thursday. So once the shirts arrive, I'm gonna do it all in one shot. So everything's, I'm still packaging everything. So all of you who have pledged at the level that requires you getting physical copies, it'll be shipped out Friday. Hopefully you get it in time for Christmas. If not, you'll get it by New Year's. And for those of you who pledged in getting digital, and I think everyone's getting the PDF versions, Friday we're going to hit the send button on all that as well. So everybody wins, and we're excited about that because we're 2 months early. You were supposed to get all this stuff in February. We're ahead of the game. A month and a half. We're ahead of the game. So that's exciting. So we also have our second Kickstarter, January 14th, which is why we're excited that you're going to get this into your hands before then. So if you like it, tell a friend, and then support us on the second Kickstarter for issue number 2. The story is fun. You're going to see some stuff, really good stuff, and I'm excited about that. So if you haven't done so already, check out what's in the box. Haven't done that, check out Catch the Craze. And I got a big surprise for you. A new show coming. Nothing to do with what's in the box, the Crazy 10 or less, or Catch the Craze. It's really about how crazy you are. And it's about breaking the mold, defying the odds, going after your dreams, even though the naysayers were all up in your grill, even though you didn't have that support and that foundation. Here's where we get to talk and share our stories and that plight to success. So if you have a story to tell, reach out to me at contact@catchthecraze.com so we can start talking about your story. Because I really want to know, are you crazy enough? Tell me how. Let's talk about it. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend. I'll talk to you soon. This is the Crazy 10 or Less. Have a good day. Peace.